In addition to all the lies and all the blustering at tonight's rally, Trump's war room posted a meme on Twitter today showing Trump as the supervillain Thanos from the Marvel Avengers movies, dispatching his Democratic enemies. Take a look at this.
I am inevitable.
On this solemn day, I recall that the first order of business for members of
What are we in junior high school? Like, what the hell? What is this? Like what? What? I cannot believe that I'm even having to report this on the news. This is crazy. This is literally crazy. Are you people insane? Are you insane? Go ahead. Troll the Democrats on Twitter. Do this stupid, silly, you know what? Play this stupid, juvenile meme game. History won't record this meme, stupid crap.
Oh, yes, they will. And they will record this stupid meme crap, as it were, as you cunts losing. You cunts losing hard. Hello, and welcome to the Hide from Fire podcast, I guess. Or, yeah, just welcome to... I don't know why I keep saying Hide from Fire. I don't know why I keep saying podcast, rather. It's more than that now. It's got a video element. It's streaming live. So yeah, welcome to Hide from Fire. And yes, history will remember us as these fucking it might as these fucking meme lords. History may remember us as these people who just post dumb shit for no reason just to fuck with people. But here's the thing, Don Lemon. And, Lemon by name, lemon by nature, the man is a bitter little fruit. But here's the thing, Don Lemon. They're going to also remember people like you by stories like this. Once I find the button. Oh, here we go. Polyamorous woman, 20, reveals she fell pregnant by one of her 4 partners after they all went on vacation together, but she says they will all raise the baby as a quote unquote family. And if you're wondering why I was reading it weird like that, well, first of all, it is weird like that, but that's how it was written. Tori Ojelda, 20, from Jacksonville, Florida, lives with 3 of her 4 partners. Met Merck, 18, at school and started a relationship with Travis, 23, 2 months later. Also found love with a long-term friend, Ethan, 22, and Christopher, 22. Tori and Chris found out they were pregnant in May, while she got engaged to Travis in July. So, when they said vote on same-sex marriage, it won't change the definition of marriage. It's not going to lead to polygamy. It's not going to lead to any of this shit. That's what they said, and we all voted yes. And they just turned around and said, "Fuck you, we were lying." And
How dare you? You have stolen my dreams and my childhood.
Is what this child is going to be saying 15 years from now. Their love story began 3 years ago, and she has since announced her engagement to Travis in July, as I just said. She also found love with their longtime mutual friends, Ethan, 22, Christopher, also 22. Well, 7 months ago, Tori and Krista found out they were pregnant with a baby girl. Now, this is... Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is the picture of them. This is the picture of, what is it? What has this cunt got up in there? Top left. Was it Spare Wars? And she's got pink written on. Oh my God. Like, these people are fucked in the head. Seriously, like, there's 1, 2, 3. There's four technical males there, right? And this child is, like, legit going to grow up fatherless. This child is going to grow up without a man inside the home. That is a guarantee. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Like, so this is what they mean by incels, like involuntarily celibate. Like, these 4 guys were only good enough to get a quarter of that. Now, granted, a quarter of that is, technically a whole woman. But still, like, that's as good as they could do. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, there's a video. Yeah.
This is Tori.
Let's find out.
She fell in love with Travis and Ethan and Mark and Chris. Their 4-way relationship is working wonders for them.
The relationship could best be described by having Tori as the hub and all of us are spokes on a giant wheel.
But not everyone understands the dynamic.
That's not right.
It's like, oh, you're kidding, that you're joking.
How will this poly relationship cope with a further addition to the
how?
family?
And so who's the father of the baby?
I'll tell you who the baby is.
This is the
Oh, put his
bedroom.
dick in her.
This is the room that has the bigger bed that people will swap in and out of every night just so that everyone can get equal turns, sharing a bed. While this is like mine and Travis's room, we keep all of our stuff in here. People are rotating in and out.
It's the owner's
polyamorous relationship I'd been in was actually with Travis and Ethan. Travis was the one who had brought up the idea to me. We met back in elementary school. We've been dating for about 2.5, almost 3 years.
This guy's retarded. Look.
I've known Ethan since junior high. And we made things official recently, but we've basically been dating for about 2 years now.
The term poly, meaning multiple, often refers to a 3-person relationship. But for these guys, it's Tori.
What the fuck are they reading? Is that Harry Potter or
the next
some
one would
shit?
be Mark. We met in high school. And then Chris is the newest addition.
Okay, so they're all part of the same Dungeons and Dragons or, like, geek club.
The relationship could best be described by having Tori as the hub and all of us are spokes on a giant wheel.
Fuck yeah!
Right, I'm starting with a good card. I have yay. Yay! No.
Are you all
Look, they're all real serious.
Yeah. We have to try not to be.
So is there any one person that tends to win when you play games?
Definitely Chris. Listen, it's not my fault.
It is your fault.
Also, I rarely play this game to win. I generally just like sowing chaos.
While this poly quintet are happy to play games with one another, that's as far as play goes for the boys in this relationship.
We're not romantic with each other. We're all just connected with her.
Although Tori might like it to be another way.
They're all more than welcome to have another partner if they so choose, but as of currently
they
no.
can't get any other partners.
Honestly, I would love it
That's
if
not
somebody
happening.
found a second partner. Dividing time between all 5 people and making sure everyone feels included is kind of difficult.
But there are problems when 4 men are vying for just one woman's attention.
How often do you experience jealousy in the relationship?
Regretfully, a lot of the time.
Yeah, it's almost like it's not natural. It's almost like it's not fucking
there
real.
Are a couple of healthy
Yeah,
ways
so it's
to
like
deal
what
with
they're doing.
Primarily just
doesn't make
talking
sense.
to each other.
We have a tendency to talk around the moment of, hey,
Yeah, we should talk over each other. One of you should come in the alpha and kick the others out.
But introvert, extrovert, extrovert, introvert.
Oh God, this is the saddest shit ever.
So only two of us are actually any good at open communication. It helps if you know the person.
He's genuinely retarded. Look at him.
An example, seeing her with Ethan, a lot easier because I was friends with him. Her and Chris was a bit dicier at first.
That's awesome. There it is. Come on.
I admit that.
Yeah,
Same
this
goes
guy
for Mark,
is
'cause I'd never
completely
interacted with
cucked
them.
out.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to nay that.
Jesus Christ, I don't even want to use that
But for me
word. That just
personally,
word
yeah,
just fits.
I've never been with the idea of monogamy, so I've always looked for a polyamorous relationship.
So
Yeah, because you're such a loser, you can't get anybody else.
I don't really know, to be honest. I guess I'm open to it, but I'm
Open
not
to
gonna go
what,
after
though?
It. I know Ethan and I sorta tried back in high school, and that kind of
Okay, so he's
flopped
half
really
a
fast.
fag.
I can't.
Oh yeah, that sucks.
All of your unicorns are pandas.
My turn.
And now this 5-way relationship is about to be joined by an additional member.
Son of a bitch!
Alright, and I
What
think we got
the
the
fuck?
nursery. So it's starting to get set up. It's not quite done yet. Not due for another couple of months, so we still have some more time.
So I am currently
Yeah, so it's not a couple of
about
months
23,
away,
24
but
weeks pregnant.
Jesus.
We found out a couple weeks ago that we're having a girl. We're very excited.
Okay, that girl is getting raped. Holy shit.
How do you feel about
So Chris
homosexuality?
is the biological father.
disgusting.
We just know that because of timing.
Yeah, okay.
But as far as I guess socially goes,
Yeah, okay.
we're
This
all
little
raising
girl
babies
is
together, so
getting
everyone's dad.
abused unless she gets the
So
fuck
Chris, how
out
do you
of
feel
there.
About everyone operating.
It's definitely a little interesting. I mean, I grew up with the idea of, one dad.
Son of a
mom.
bitch!
But there's a lot of support between all of us dads. We
You
always joke
fucking
about the
whore.
idea of getting
Yeah,
stuck in
that's
an
it. Go
endless
home,
loop
get
of
my
go ask your
dinner
dad.
Having an unusual relationship structure has meant they've all received judgment in different forms.
Polyamory is definitely an uncommon thing. A lot of people have
Yeah,
grown
no
up
shit.
in monogamy culture of, you don't really love someone if you have eyes for somebody else.
Hey,
Sucks to have to
she
say,
was
but
a
I
hoe.
probably have more of the negative reaction from friends and family. When I first got into the relationship, my friend group was not very supportive of it at all. My family is slowly coming around to the idea.
You go to hell! You go to hell and you die!
Pregnancy has helped with that.
I am super duper cereal.
Most of my friends no longer my partner.
Yeah, no shit.
And
The
they
bum's getting
love
bigger
us
every
and
day.
think that we're cute and such.
That's what the bloody marks
My
is always
family is kind of quiet about their disapproval.
The relationship was also met with mixed feelings by Tori's closest relation.
I will admit
Yeah,
that
of
since
course.
I'm
She's a
her
filthy
older
house and
brother,
she
that
talks
I just
profanely.
have that
She's the
tendency,
queen of
I
the
suppose,
hobbies.
to be protective. And I wasn't expecting the pregnancy announcement.
Okay, that's supposed
That
to be
one
her
was a little
sister.
bit of a shocker
It's
for me.
supposed to be.
As that protective older brother. I was like, oh, you're so young. I was like, oh, you're kidding. That you're joking. No. But now, since then, it's really exciting. I'm very excited to meet my niece. It takes a village to raise a child and all of that. I
No,
just
it
feel like the
doesn't.
more love that you can
No,
put
it
in,
takes
the
two
better
parents
the
to raise a
outcome for the
child.
kid can be.
You NASA fucking science. Yeah, gender is part of science. You fucking. You notice how they all embrace NASA now?
Despite the judgment, jealousy, and jostling for attention, these guys are more than excited to welcome the 6th person into their family.
I'm a little partial to us, but I couldn't think of a better family to raise a baby in.
Yeah, I could. One with a mother and a father who are both biologically connected to the child. Yeah, there's one instance where I can think of someone who's better.
You fucking cunts.
Right, so this is where we're at. Apparently, there's so much hate going on. Oh my god, these are the parents. It's a ranger and a fucking monster. Like, I guarantee her gut's probably gotten smaller since she's gotten pregnant because the fucking baby is taking up her fat. Jesus Christ, this is absolutely fucking disgusting. Alright, let's go to the next story because holy shit. Okay, oh, here's a good one. Yeah, so, yeah, that was in England, anyway. But anyway, let's head over here to Australia Talks. Where do you fit? Australia Talks helps you understand where you fit in modern Australia. We asked 54,000 people about their attitudes, behaviours and experiences. Try it for yourself to see how you compare. Alright, let's get started. Let's see how I compare. In Australia, anyone who works hard enough can get out of poverty. Strongly disagree. Somewhat disagree. Neutral. Agree. Don't know. Strongly agree. I would rather spend time with pets than people. Oh, neutral. Who gives a shit? Because you're busy working, it doesn't matter who you're spending time with. You can spend time with pets or people as long as you're contributing to society, which is what the first fucking answer was, which is, basically, do you work hard? Okay, let's go to this next one. Changing expectations around gender roles in Australia have made life more difficult for men. It honestly hasn't made life more difficult for me, but that's because, I'm 35. I'm not part of the fucking education system. The shit that I'm seeing going on with, I'm going to say strongly agree because of, teenagers in school right now when they call another kid a fag for fucking not catching a ball. Nice catch, fag. Suddenly they have to deal with fucking gender counseling or whatever the fuck. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead here and say strongly agree. There we go. Oh shit. I consider myself to be a feminist. Strongly disagree. 100% strongly disagree. I would never send someone else a nude picture of myself online. Well, that's up to you and yours, so neutral. Australians need to take more responsibility for their own lives instead of relying on government to fix everything for them. I would strongly agree with that because that is the, libertarian principle. Excuse me while I light a cigarette proving my point. My health, my problem. I'm spending more than I can afford on housing. Strongly disagree. Housing in Australia is very reasonable. People just like to live above their means. Men and women are treated equally in Australian society. Now, what they mean is women aren't treated equal to men. They are treated equal. No, they're treated superior. If a woman punches me in the head and I retaliate with an equal act, by punching her in the head in return, Australian society favours her. So women are favoured higher in society. So I will strongly disagree. Looking at what other people post on social media often makes me feel worse about myself. Well, I'm, again, strongly disagree. It makes me feel better about myself because every time there's some fucking, woke virtue signal shit, the amount of people who agree with me and tell this tranny faggot to go kill themselves, that makes me, gives me hope for society. How hard people are pushing back against fucking evangelical leftism gives me faith in society. So, I'm going to strongly disagree. The gap in wealth between rich and poor Australians is too big. No, I strongly disagree. It's as large as it needs to be. It could be larger if rich people worked harder and poor people worked less. It's where it needs to be because I believe in, the free market, the invisible hand. So, yeah, strongly disagree. Australia must do more to address past and current injustices against Indigenous people. No. Fucking AB Original, fucking Briggs and Trials, they're doing fine. This idea that if they were white, they would make more money out of being Australian rappers, I 100% disagree with that. Therefore, I'm going to have to strongly disagree with this. Most immigrants these days don't try enough to fit into Australian society. You know what? When 50% of them, and I think it is around, it's around 50%, don't even end up getting jobs. I'm going to go neutral on that one. Australia is the best country in the world in which to live. I would somewhat agree. We don't have constitutionally recognized free speech. Therefore, the United States will always be our superior. So I'll somewhat agree on that. People should not be allowed to say things in public that discriminate against minority groups. I strongly disagree. Free speech. White people have an unfair advantage in Australia. Strongly disagree. They just completely don't. Political correctness has gone too far in Australia. I strongly agree because we have Section 18C of the Constitution that we got from the UK, which means that basically if I call you a faggot online, or if I say just because you cut your dick off, you're not a real woman online, I technically can go to jail. So yeah, I would strongly agree that political correctness has absolutely gone too far. I would never want to live in a nursing home. Yeah, I strongly agree with that. Who would want to live in a nursing home given the choice? Well, I could, have, carers that I pay for out of my own pocket with the money I saved up by not paying taxes, or I could go live in a nursing home. Yeah, I'm going to choose the not paying taxes because that's what they're asking. They just didn't word it that way. I often worry about what other people think of me. Strongly disagree. Yeah, why would I give a fuck what any of you think? If I cared what any of you thought about me, I would not be doing this podcast. I would not be talking. I would not have my name out there. What a stupid question. And now I've got the hiccups. Motherfucking hang on, I'm going to take a drink of wine.
You're fucking a white male!
Yes, I am. There is still a lot of racism in Australia these days. Nope. Everything like that is on the decline, so strongly disagree. Having children is necessary in order to the fulfillment in life. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Especially if you look at women. Women need to have children. So I will strongly agree. I know many of my neighbours by name. No, I don't. People who live outside Australia's big cities get a raw deal. No, they get the same deal that everybody does, so that's neutral, you dumb cunts. Most politicians in Australia will lie if they will feel it will hurt them politically. If they feel the truth will, yeah, I strongly agree. But why go with, see, here's the problem with this. Why go with, like politicians. Why not go with politicians and corporate media? Yeah, they leave media out of this for a very real reason. And oh, look, it's it's a poll being posted by the ABC, a corporate media outlet. I wonder why they left out the media in this. Okay, next question is, I feel safe walking alone at night in my neighborhood. I strongly agree. Why? Because I take my own safety. I take my own personal safety into my own hands. I make sure that I'm not a weak bitch, and I make sure I know how to throw a fucking punch when push comes to shove. Yeah, that's all it takes. Saying I strongly disagree, feeling safe in my neighborhood, means you're saying I'm a bitch. I expect others to take care of me. And that is the problem with this country. This is a country full of people who expect others to take care of them. Yeah, go fuck yourselves. Australia Day should not be celebrated on the 26th, given the historical significance of that date to the Indigenous people. It should not be celebrated. Well, I strongly disagree with that because, well,
that's what the bloody Marxists always say.
yeah, it's all about fucking, taking
Am
it
I
down
saying that
and
I'm better than you? Yeah, I'm fucking better
it's
than
them
you,
just
okay?
trying to
Much
act like
better
they're
than
better than us. That's all it is. Australians should should show more respect for one another. No, we show plenty of respect. It's the non-Australians that don't. So you know what? I'm going to go neutral on that one. I often have difficulty making ends meet. Strongly disagree. This country, the harder you work, the more you make. The problem with people is they're not willing to work hard. How satisfied or dissatisfied are you with the way things are going overall in Australia today? I am somewhat satisfied because, yeah, I'm a light a cigarette, and I still have the right to light this cigarette, and I have the right to earn this money. I'm not controlled by the government, aka a union. I get to go out and earn my own money with my own hands. Therefore, I'm somewhat satisfied. I don't like the fact that I'm being taxed. Yeah, that part pisses me off because I shouldn't be. Fuck you, government. But hey, at least I'm not forced into a union. So that's why I always say somewhat satisfied. And at least I'm allowed to fucking legally still buy a cigarette. So I'm just going to go ahead and spark up a dart here. Okay, next question. How concerned are you that you might lose your job in the next 12 months? Well, I know where my business is going, so not concerned at all. How satisfied are you that the education system in Australia is preparing students for a job in the future? Very dissatisfied because I went through it. They are not at all. They are teaching kids to go to uni. They are not teaching kids to work because they don't want self-sufficient people. That's why they want fucking single parent households. They want everyone on fucking welfare. All right, next question. In general, how would you characterize your mental health? I would say it is fucking excellent. And you know why I say it's excellent? Because I don't give a fuck about this shit. I fuck with people online. Anyone who gets depressed, anyone who gets by the fact that, the person you didn't like didn't get elected, you have very poor mental health. I don't give a fuck. This world, this existence, it's all one big fucking joke to me. And I'm having the time of my life because it's the only time I get. Yeah, right-wing people, we're just generally happier because we see the Matrix for what it is. So excellent will be my answer. Do you think that young Australians today will be better or worse off overall than their parents? Much better off, of course. Look at from generation to generation, it's always much better off. Do you think technology is making life better or worse overall? It's making it much better. I'm able to do this fucking podcast from Australia. I'm able to talk to, all of you people as fuck all of you people, but I'm still able to talk to you. I'm still able to put this out here. Without the technology, I wouldn't be able to do it. You would not be able to hear my dissidents. You would only assume what the government tells you. So, yeah, technology has made things a lot better. You can hear opinions, a lot more opinions from a lot more different people simply because of technology. So yeah, technology has made things a whole lot fucking better. Alright, what's the next one? How important would you say religion is in your life? Not important at all. I'm going to go somewhat important. I'm agnostic. How frequently do you think people in Australia are discriminated against on a basis of religion? I'm going to go rarely, because the only people who are discriminated against, really by law, are the Christians. So yeah, rarely. How confident are you that you will have enough money to retire comfortably? I'm going to say very confident, because I'm a sick cunt. I know I will make money for myself. What extent do you consider work-life balance a problem for your personality? Well, it's not a problem at all. I love working. And I do this podcasting in my off time. Yeah, I would never take time off work to do a podcast. But I would skip doing a podcast to work. So yeah, I have a perfect fucking work. Well, what do you from what you know about climate change, which of the following statements comes closest to your opinion? Oh, here we go. Climate change has become established as a serious problem and immediate action is necessary. There is enough evidence that climate change is taking place and somehow should be taken. We don't know enough about climate change and more research is necessary before we take action. Concern about climate change is unwarranted. You know what? Fuck you, I'm going that one. How much would you personally be willing to spend cash a year to help prevent climate change? Me personally? Well, since the fact that it's been taken from my bank account, it's been taken out of my paychecks via fucking income tax, where I don't have a choice at all. Guess what? Nothing at all. Fuck you, faggots. In general, how often would you say you have sex? How is it? Oh, you know what? Never. Because I'm not married. Deal with that fucking census. How often would you say, I've stopped watching pornography completely? I don't. Yeah. How optimistic or pessimistic would you say you're about your own future? Very pessimistic. I am very optimistic. Things can only get better. And if there's one constant throughout my life, things have only gotten better. How optimistic are you about the future of the country? I'm moderately optimistic. We'll get through that. The world, yeah, again, moderately optimistic. I think I would be happier if I had more money. It wouldn't make a difference. Neutral. If I spent more time in nature, again, neutral. Doesn't make a difference. Neutral. Doesn't make a difference. Sex. Traveled more often. Again, neutral. It wouldn't make a difference. Took better care of myself. Yeah, again, neutral. Don't care. Spent less time on social media. Neutral. Spent less time running errands and doing chores. Neutral. This is trying to get us. This is trying to, you can see just by the questions, this is all about getting people to agree with Marxism. And this is the ABC's program. Here we go. How often would you say you feel anxious? Never. Overwhelmed? Never. Lonely? Never. These are all honest answers. Don't get me wrong. These are genuinely honest answers. Loved? Never. Healthy? Never. Sad? Never. Happy? Yeah. In politics, some people like to take talk of left and right. Where do you place yourself? 10 on the right. How Australian do you feel? 10. Very Australian. What are the most pressing things affecting your personality? Please enter a response. You're cunt. Are you a man or a woman? I am a man. What year were you born? Oh, wait, back up. 19. Oh, shit. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, 1984. There we go. What is your postcode? Okay, please. Alright, I'm going to enter a response, but you won't be able to see it. Alright, entered my postcode. What is the highest level of education that you've completed? Okay, let's see. Year 9. What is your religion if you have one? I'm agnostic, but for the sake of this, because I fucking hate these people. I'm agnostic, but, you know, I'm a Christian agnostic. You know, Christ of Church of Christ. Because I celebrate fucking, you know, Christmas and whatnot. What is the first language you learned? Well, English. Were you born in Australia? Yes. No, I'm not a fucking coon. Yeah, say what you want about that. What ethnic cultures are your ancestors? Where the fuck is it? Oh, there we are. Estonian. Which of the describes your combined family? What the fuck? Select range. Jesus Christ. I don't know. 41 to 50. Yeah, I guess. Did you vote in the last Australian? Yes, I did vote. Please select the territory in which you voted. South Australia. Jesus Christ. In the last Australian federal election, which party did you vote for? Oh, God, I guess Liberal Party overall. I didn't really, but, you know, overall votes would have gone to them, so fucking... Here we go. Loading your results. So let's see where this is going to go. And I'm going to do another episode after this. Your results. Thank you for answering all the questions. Now let's take a guide of how your thoughts, feelings, experience. Let's get personal. Let's have fun and your habits and personal experience match up with the rest of Australia. For nearly 1 in 3 Australian Aussies, it's pets over people. What the fuck are you talking about? Would you rather your response is neutral? Okay, so I'll make up 20%. You're less familiar with your neighbours than most Aussies. Okay, far enough. You're among 30% of Aussies who see friends less than once a week. Yeah, so I'm a third of people. You're roughly 1 in 3 people your age. Roughly 1 in 3 people your age don't often feel happy. Why the fuck would I care about that? Then they got Beyond Blue. Oh, and all these things. Yeah, Men's Line Australia and their fucking Movember and that is all about breaking down men and making them weak. It's all about getting men to fucking go to, like, you know, fucking, how do I describe it? Yeah, but basically it's all about making men weak so they'll join teams, so they'll do all this shit, and then they'll, you know, yeah, it's all about making men so weak. They're always going to want to be part of a team. They're never going to stand alone. It's all about making men malleable and easy to control. Hence, Beyond Blue, suicide, like, you know, all this shit. It's like, this is what fucking people don't understand. Faggotry and camaraderie are the same word. Camaraderie means the exact same thing as faggotry. You don't have the balls to stand alone. You're a faggot. That's all it is. You're less worried about what others think of you than 86% of people your age. Yeah, because I have the balls to stand up for myself, and 86% of people my age are fucking pussies. Let's go, keep going down. You are among the 53% of Australians your age who don't feel that social media affects their self-esteem. Yeah, it doesn't, because I'm barely fucking on it, you cunts. Like 68% of men, you don't call yourself a feminist. Oh, so yeah, and almost, 80% of women who don't call themselves feminists? So yeah, that just shows you how many men are pussies. 1 in 3 Australian men say they don't often feel love. It's not uncommon to feel that way. Yeah, who gives a shit? Do I have a job? Yes or no? That's all that fucking matters. How overwhelmed, blah, blah, blah. You're among 76% of Australian men who can confidently walk home at night. Yeah, the other fucking 14%, will be 25, 24%. Yeah, the other 24% of men are fucking faggots. But only 47% of women feel safe doing the same. Oh, fuck off. Yeah, that's because they're fucking weak cunts. Yeah, they're too ugly to fucking get a man to protect them, so they have to walk alone. Why the fuck should I feel bad about fat ugly bitches? Go fuck yourselves, because no one else wants to. Yeah, you should feel happy about walking home at night. You might get raped. I mean, that's an upgrade for fucking any woman who feels uncomfortable walking home at night. You are more than right wing than 97% of Australians. Bull fucking shit. You are more right-wing than 97% of Australians. If that were true, the last election would have gone a very, very fucking different way. But fucking fake news, fucking, pro fucking get up propaganda, ABC have a very different fucking view of that. And they want to tell everyone that they're fucking wrong. And I guarantee the reason they said that I'm so right-wing is because they're telling people who aren't even right-wing. They're telling people who are very fucking progressive, who are very fucking, liberal in their fucking, in their views. They're telling them they're too right-wing because they're trying to correct. This is straight up fake news. This is straight up propaganda trying to correct for the next election. That's all it fucking is. They're trying to shame people into thinking,
You're fucking a white male!
Excuse me, it's ma'am. That's what the bloody Marxists always say.
Yeah, that's what's happening. I would never send someone and blah, 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 nude. You're having less sex than 93% of people your age. Fair. I don't care. See, that's the thing. You can't shame me. Unlike most men, you don't watch porn. Yep. Again, that's a good thing. They're trying to make it seem like it's different. You feel more Australian than 67% of people. Yeah, well, when you consider fucking... Yeah, I don't care. What keeps you up at night? Yeah, what does keep me up at night? We ask Australians to tell us which issues keep them up at night. Climate change, 72%. See, you can just see how biased this thing is. Only people who want the result to be climate change is what keeps them up at night is the thing. And crime is at 36%. Nah. If I lived in Melbourne, I would have a. You are more optimistic rather, than about young people's futures than 90% and 98% of Australians your age. Yeah, because I know, unlike fucking ABC fucking followers, ABC listeners, I know for a fact that Generation Z are the most, Zoomers as they're called, are the most conservative generation coming up. So yeah, I am optimistic. You're with 7% Australians who think concern about climate change is unwarranted. Yeah, bullshit. Twitter would disagree. Climate change has been established as a serious problem. Look, and it's always men. You notice it's men who are below women, men who think, yeah, it's almost like men are more logical. Oh, look, we all need to think, hang on, how much would you personally be willing to spend each year? Nothing at all, between $100 and $500. This genuinely just proves that climate change is all about getting money out of people. You're more confident than 91% of people age that you'll retire comfortably. Yeah, because I'm not a useless cunt who went and did a fucking useless dipshit fucking university degree. I have a trade. I have actual fucking skills. That's why I'm more confident. And again, the only people taking this quiz are the fucking ABC listeners. So yeah, I'm more confident than fucking, what is it here? 91% of deadbeat loser fucking faggots. Yeah. I'm more confident in my own abilities than some fucking, someone who did fucking, who did a course in fucking lesbian cliff diving. Yeah, I'm a mechanical engineer. So yeah, I'm a little more confident about my retirement than some dead shit fucking uni student. Go fuck yourselves. About half people your age don't often feel healthy. Yeah, again, because you've told them not to. I don't really give a shit. When it comes to mental health, you're among 66% of people your age who said you're doing well. Yeah, it's way better than that. Okay, 40% of fucking trannies kill themselves. If it was only 66% of people my age who were doing well mentally, that would mean that fucking, 30 fucking, what would it be? You take 60, it's 40, so yeah, 34%. Okay, I vagued on that, my math. I have had a few bottles of wine. Anyway, so 34% of people said they weren't doing well. Yeah, who gives a shit? That just means they're not feeling well at the moment. I'm not even in younger Australians, you cunts. You never wanted to live in a nursing home, and nor do 72% of Australians. Exactly. And then you say that they want government funding. Well, that's not going to happen. You're fortunate to be among the 55% of Australians who aren't financially struggling. Well, I don't know if fortunate... Well, okay, I guess fortunate is the correct term. But 55%, that's just over half. So I'm fortunate, I'm privileged to be almost 50% of the population. That's like saying you're 55% of the population. That's probably the same amount of population that is female. So by that logic, you could say you're fortunate to be amongst the 55% of Australians who are female. Do you think the ABC would be happy saying that? Of course fucking not. Let's go down to the next one. You're less concerned about your job security than the average Australian employee. 27% of employees are worried. That's not even a third of people are worried. Yet the fucking ABC wants you to believe otherwise. Wait, hang on. You're less concerned about your job security than the average Australian employee. 27% of employees are worried about losing their job. Yeah, I'm not less concerned. I'm in the majority because I'm not concerned. Yeah, and then they try and like box it in. Oh, well, by the age of 40, yeah, go fuck yourself. Like most Aussies, you feel confident you can keep a roof over your head. Yeah, exactly. You're among 39% of Australians your age who don't have much of a problem with their work-life balance. Okay, so I'm over a third. Just to understand, half of all Australians say they manage the demands of work with the rest of their life challenging, with the youngest Australians struggling the most. How could the youngest Australians be struggling the most unless they had the most amount of responsibility, which they don't? No, they just actually have to, they leave school and actually have to put in a fucking effort for something. And they consider that struggling. Not struggling. Go fuck yourselves. Oh, God, this just keeps fucking going. What's Australia talking? Australia's the best place in the world. You and 70% of people think so. Absolutely. You're among 39% of people who are somewhat satisfied. Yes, I am. Well, actually, it's more than 39% of people who are satisfied with the way things in Australia are going because fucking the election. Jesus Christ. You're a small minority who don't think the gap between rich and poor is too large. It isn't. The gap between working class and poor is too large for the elitists. And that's all there fucking is to it. Half of Australians, you know what? This is the New Year's episode, and how long have we been going for now? A bit under an hour. Yeah, I'm going to go through and do, another episode tonight based on what I got left in this. And, I'm going to spread this out over two things. But, this was the, 2019 wrap-up episode called, it's called Don't Be Mean. And I didn't get to the stories where that title would be necessary. But I feel like I have been mean to a bunch of people who, would get offended by anything I've said. So I'm going to keep it, and the next part, I'm going to do this episode as a two-parter. Yeah, because it's New Year's, and, I kind of want to have some more drinks and do some more things. Anyway, I'm going to do this episode as a two-parter. And, here we go. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do this episode as a two-parter, just as I just said several times. And we're gonna come back with the rest of the things I wanted to talk about, especially memes. All right. See you on the other side. Meow meow.
And by the way, I got hairy legs that turn turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach into the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They'd look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.